sit here again, quill curling in my fingers, the candle flame flickering like a heartbeat. The edges of this golden parchment curled too, as if it's holding secrets under its wrinkled resolve. I've drafted many letters in my life. Apologies never sent. Love declared. Crushes confessed. But this one is unlike any I've ever written. This letter, this final message, is written not for a beloved or a stranger, but for me, my past self. I fear time is shifting. I, myself, am slipping. Moments that once felt bright now blur in my memory, and I crave clarity, more than control. This letter, this may be the last one I ever write. So I write clearly. I write truthfully. I remember my first experiment with time. The laboratory smelled of oil and metal, and the machine stood like a spine in the center of a cavernous chamber. It was weird. My palms shook as I tightened the final bolt. The hum returned, deeper than before, filled with promise of change. I tested it 1 week back. It was a small test. I saw the result. That small moment, sunlight drifting differently across the floor, told me I had broken up something wondrous. When I emerged, I could taste the air differently. I was more alive than I ever have been. Thrum of potential coursed through me. It was unlike anything I've ever felt before. I'll never forget that first moment of induction. What a crackling thrill, like lightning held in my bones. I remember I saved her. Lila, on that traffic street corner. Without time's intervention, the carriage wouldn't have came too fast for her. Her farewell would have been heart-spilled. When she turned, confession in her eyes was replaced by the same spark I always loved about her. I breathed her name under my breath, and she smiled, unaware of worlds I had touched to keep her here. And she never needed to know, because I made sure of that. Then there was a sunrise I rewound to centuries earlier. Just a whisper, subtle enough to coax a different choice from my younger self. A path that led to more of the life I love. Simple family dinners that I stretched late. New friends found in bookstores. The taste of promised tomorrows. For a while, I believe I could chart better constellations of my life with endless rewinds. But With each alteration, I felt myself drifting. I stood among faces that smiled differently. Smiles born from different memories, but not mine. I came to fear mirrors, because the person staring back changed subtly each time. I whispered to that face, "Are you still me?" Only silence answered. It wasn't long before I couldn't recognize who I was anymore. So I decided it was best to stop recognizing and just move forward. I remember my mother's last breath. Soft, yet brutal. She lingered, like glass jagged in my heart. I tried to go back. Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. But faith didn't bend for love. She slipped away again. A flicker gone from the timeline. And then, the consequences. A child born in her place of her. Her own daughter raised differently. A husband found someone else. A memory written not by fully consent, but by my desperate hands to try and keep her here. I learned a lot with time. I learned something essential. Time is a tapestry. You pull the thread to fix one wound, and the canvas shifts. I became numb to it. I watched faces I recognized become strangers, or worse, ghosts of what they might have been. I write this letter now. I could warn myself, don't build a machine, don't start this. But what of the joy I reclaim? People I saved, could I strip them from existence? Would I be erasing myself for moments of pure regret? What if those regrets, those heartbreaks made me kinder? Let me step forward toward the wreckage of my mistakes and learn. Would erasing who I am erase who I've become? I made my choice. This letter remains as a witness, not as a guide. I will no longer intervene. Let faith breathe. Let cause and effect spin onward. With each exhale, I release the burden of time. This device sits untouched. Its hum silent in my study forever. I close this letter, my heart heavy, but somehow it's lighter than before. I leave this letter unsent. To my past self, I forgive you. The future will meet you as it meets me. Let time find you. And if it doesn't, let it find me. Time is not ours to write. It's ours to live.